Hi, welcome to this movement series where I'm going to add more flexibility to your spine and create more mobility within your lower back area. We're going to start seated on the floor. Sit on the floor, and you may want to sit right up against the couch. You want your feet to be either shoulder distance or maybe a little bit wider than shoulder distance. Your hands can be back to support you. They can be on the side. You're going to take your big toes and you're going to try to bring your big toes to the floor and then the sides, the small toe to the floor. And your knees are going to bend just a little bit. And you're going to inhale as your feet come up, and you're going to exhale as you draw your feet down. So back and forth. You'll start already starting to feel this in your inner thighs, your out of hip area. That's where I want you to feel it. Inner thighs and out through the outside of your hip. Back and forth with your feet. And then after a few, see if you can open up just a little bit more. I'm going to rock my hips slightly forward, and I'm going to get more longer in my spine, and I'm going to try it again. I'm going to see how far I can get with my feet. You want to breathe in as your feet are pointing up, and then exhale. Inhale up, and then exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. So your exhale is actually helping you to get further into the pose, further, deeper into the pose. See if you can go just a little bit wider. You may just start to imagine, set that intention. So you want to feel the rocking of your hips, your whole entire leg, not just your ankle, but your whole entire leg. And then pause. Take a full breath in. Let your hands relax. Close your eyes. Just take a full breath in. And then let it go. Out. Exhale it out. And now transition onto your back. So hands underneath your knees. Close your legs up a little bit. Slide your body onto the floor. My feet are on the floor. My knees are heading up towards the ceiling. I'm going to take my right foot and bring my right foot to my left knee. Now pay attention to your lower back and push into the floor. Take your right hand and place your right hand on your right thigh, right knee, right thigh, and just start gently pushing that right leg away. And now when you do, your left hip is going to want to come up. Don't let it. Place that left hip on the ground. Place your left hip on your shoulder, left shoulder on the ground. And make sure that you have a pillow underneath your head. If you need to have a pillow underneath your head, make sure that you have that. Now with your next breath, you're going to bring both of your knees towards your rib cage. And then place that left foot back, and when you do, push on that right leg again. My back wants to arch. I'm going to push my lower back into the floor. I'm going to reposition my head so that my head is now firmly on the ground. I'm not pushing with my head. I'm not pushing with my shoulders. I'm only pushing with my lower back. Draw your knees back in. Left foot back to the floor. Right hand pushes against your right thigh. Lower back pushes into the floor. Same sequence. Pull your knees in. My left foot comes to the floor. My right hand pushes on my right thigh. My lower back pushes into the floor, and I make sure that my head is comfortable on a pillow or the floor. 2 more times. Take your right foot, bring your right foot into your rib cage. Right foot pushes towards the left, long on the floor. Bring that right knee back in. Press it away. And now circle your right knee. And you want to inhale as you draw your knee in. Exhale as you circle your right knee. Both feet now on the floor. Hands are down on the floor, and let your knees just float from side to side. Rock your knees just side to side. Notice if your shoulders are equal towards the floor. I don't want one shoulder lifting up more than the other. My knees are just floating from side to side. I'm not doing a lot of pushing, just loosening everything up. And now pause. Make sure that your feet are firmly on the ground. Make sure that your lower back is pushing into the ground. Take your left foot and bring your left foot on top of your right knee, and we'll do the same sequence. Left hand on your left thigh or knee and push it away. And when you do, you want to pay attention to your right hip and make sure that your right hip stays on the ground. Both knees towards your chest, towards your rib cage. Right foot taps down onto the floor and you push the left leg away, paying attention to your lower back. I want to make sure that my lower back stays on the ground. I want to make sure that my shoulders stay equal. Bring both of your knees in again. Right foot to the floor again. Push the left knee away. Make sure that the right hip is on the ground. See if you can make your breath a little bit longer and slower. Two more. One more. Pull it in. Right foot on the floor. Push the left leg away. Now take the left knee and bring it towards your rib cage and up. Bend at your knee again and push it forward. Left knee draws in and push that left foot forward. Left knee draws in and press the left foot forward. Circle the left knee. Trying to keep your lower back on the ground. Slowing your breath down, just circling your left knee. And then pause with both feet on the ground. And your feet are slightly wider now. And let your knees fall from one side to the other. Your knees move from left to right or right to left. Inhale as your knees are up towards the ceiling and then exhaling them over to the side. All right. Pause. Push your lower back into the floor. Make sure everything is even, right where you want it to be. I lift my hips sometimes. I lift my shoulders sometimes. And I want to know that my shoulders are equal on the floor. I want to know that my hips are equal on the floor. I'm not leaning to one side more than the other. I'm going to roll my body over, lengthening my legs, crossing my arms. One foot helps you to roll your body over, left or right. It doesn't matter which way you roll. Roll your body over. Come onto your forearms. And this is called active cobra. Your nose drops down towards the floor, your forehead drops down towards the floor. And when you lift, you're lifting forward and up. So the way my instructor instructed me was there's a marble on the floor and you're pushing the marble forward with your nose. I'm pushing the marble forward with my nose, then I draw my body up and down. This lengthens your spine. It's active cobra. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. If you need to move your arms out further, move your arms out further. You can try different positions with your hands. Your hands can be on the ground. It's still the same movement. We're going to come out of the pose now. Bring your knees hip distance apart. We're going to pause in plank pose. Bring your hands underneath. Start to draw yourself up onto your knees. Curl your toes under and come into forearm plank pose. Push those heels back. And hold your forearm plank pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep holding. Almost there. Two more breaths. One more breath. Lower your knees, lower your body, and use your hands to press your body all the way up into tabletop pose. Hands right underneath your shoulders. Find your breath. Cat and cow. Let your body arch. Let your stomach drop down towards the floor. And then push your shoulders up towards the ceiling. Let your stomach drop down towards the floor. Your backside arches slightly. And then press cat and cow pose. Find your own rhythm here. Find your own breath. No right or wrong way to breathe. Just breathe. Back and forth. Just two more. Back and forth. Now widen your knees just a little bit. Widen your hands just a little bit. You're going to take your left, you're going to sit your bottom towards your heels just a little bit. You're just going to slightly rock yourself back, just ever so slightly. Take your left arm and bring your left elbow towards the ceiling, and then take your left hand underneath your right. This is called thread the needle. Left elbow towards the ceiling, left hand underneath the right. Left elbow up towards the ceiling, left hand underneath the right. Work in the side body, your thoracic spine, your rib cage, your whole side body. Inhale up, exhale underneath. Place your hand on the floor and 5 more on the other side. Right elbow rises, right hand underneath the left. And by sitting your bottom back towards your heel, you're going to get a little bit more of a sensation of that stretch where we're looking at the rib cage and your upper back, your thoracic spine. By sitting your bottom back just a little bit. So 5 of these. You don't have to move fast. And then place your hands on the floor, and we're going to stand our bodies up. Come onto your knees. Place one foot forward, doesn't matter which one. And you want to stand your body up without using your spine. So push into the foot that's forward, and then slide that back foot up without using your spine. You're going to take one foot and you're going to place one foot forward and one foot back. Tip your hips back, hands on your waist. Tip your hips back. You want to keep your hips facing forward. Tip your hips back and lift the front foot. Heel stays on the ground. Readjust your hips. Don't let one hip come forward. And now lift the back foot. Both feet on the ground. Take the back leg and bring it behind the front. Both hands are down by your side. And now lift and lean. Step that back foot back. Same sequence, same exact sequence. My right foot is forward, my left foot is back. I'm going to lean back. I'm going to watch my hips. I'm going to lean back. I'm going to lean forward. And I'm going to lean to the side. My hands are out for balance. Slide that back foot behind. It's my left foot that's behind. It's my left arm that's up and over. So 3 of those. Back, forward, and side. Three on the other foot. Slide my right foot back, slide my left foot forward. I'm looking at my feet. I'm feeling my hips. My hips are pointing forward. I'm going to slide my bottom back. I lift the front foot. I lift the heel. I slide my right foot back. My right arm reaches up and over, side stretch. Hips back. Hips forward. Long sides. Side stretch. Last one. Hips are straight. Really working your lower back, working your hips, making sure everything is equal. And I'm not trying to dump into the side. I'm trying to get long in my side stretch. And as though you have a package that you're handing somebody, we're going to end in 2 more poses, 2 more movements. As though you have a package that you're handing somebody. Feet are wide. You're going to squat your body down, not forward, down. Lift as though you're giving somebody a package, and then let your hands come down, strengthening your legs. 2. So use your legs, not your back. 3. And now hands on your thighs. Bring your sternum forward. I call this the wave. And roll yourself up. Sternum forward. And roll up. So this should feel a nice way of ending this movement series. One more. Just feel your whole entire body. Just taking a full breath in and a body scan. Thank you for practicing. Nice job.